Directed by Pablo Larraín, Spencer follows Princess Diana over a 3-day Christmas weekend period with the royal family, where she has to deal with her bulimia as well as the public persona that she has to put across as part of being a member of the royal family. Hello everyone, my name is Josh from Movie Apprentice. Today we are continuing our BFI London Film Festival coverage with easily one of the early Oscar favourites for the Best Actress Oscar. I am, of course, talking about Kristen Stewart, who is playing Princess Diana. And going into this, I was a little worried that I was going to have the uncanny valley of that's Kristen Stewart. But nope, within the first 10 minutes, she is smashing it out of the park. Her performance is so nuanced and it suckers you straight in. She demonstrates a level of vulnerability that you don't often see from a character such as this. There's also a level of quirkiness about her as well. The balance of her trying to just be that normal woman whilst having to deal with the pressure and high expectations of the royal family and the servants around her. The fact that she is having to adapt to this whole situation. She doesn't like people getting her dressed for her. She doesn't like people waiting on her hand and foot. She tries across this movie to try and be just a normal person, and she wants nothing more than that for her kids as well. But unfortunately, the situation that she is in is almost claustrophobic and is conveyed beautifully through that performance. You really don't realize how tense this movie has got you. It's got you round its finger the entire way through, and you really do not realize just how tense you feel until a certain line is spoken that lifts the tension, and suddenly you realize you've not been breathing for about an hour and a half at this point. You have just been feeling that tight pain in your chest that Diana is feeling throughout this. The anxiety and vulnerability that she is showing with this, you really do sympathize with this character. The supporting cast are brilliant as well. Timothy Spall, I can happily watch an hour and a half of that man just looking very disapproving. He is the guy that is just doing his job, and he shows up to fetch Diana at numerous points throughout this. He's clearly just doing his job, and you can tell he is looking down upon Princess Diana. There are a lot of tense moments between the two, and those are by far my highlights. Sally Hawkins is in this as well, and she does a solid job. The chemistry with Kristen Stewart that she has in this is really wholesome and well done. She's not in it nearly enough, but I can see why she's not in it too much, because it would really take away from the isolation that Diana was feeling throughout this. And while this is definitely filmed just carried by that performance by Stewart, you can't deny that the cinematography in this movie is absolutely gorgeous. Some of these tracking shots and how they use the setting and how they show these wide open spaces, but when it's Diana isolated, these are very tight shots that really emphasize the claustrophobic feeling that she is having. And it really helped emphasize the anxiety and the panic nature that Diana is going through throughout this. And props to the costume designers as well, because the amount of outfits she wears in this is brilliant, and each one of them looks absolutely stunning. The one that you see in the poster, that is just one of a few standout outfits, and it is just a really, really, really well made film. This is one of those films that is really well made, and it's just carried by a solid performance, which is what you genuinely need when it comes to getting into the award season. Kristen Stewart is definitely getting that nomination. Before I get into my grade, if you do like what I do on this channel, consider clicking that like button and subscribing to this channel for more reviews like this coming all the time, as well as some video essays. Coming up, we have Encounter, Phantom of the Open, and Belfast that are all in the pipeline for reviews. But for now, let's grade this, shall we? Spencer, as I've stated, is carried by a brilliant performance by Stewart, with strong supportive performances by Spall and Hawkins. I love how the camera work and the performance really emphasizes attention within the air. There's a great little moment where Diana has a one-to-one moment with the Queen Elizabeth, and just from prior knowledge of their relationship, that was a tense moment in itself, even though not a lot happens in it. The film does a great job of trying to balance Diana's quirkiness with the strictness of being a member of this royal family. You really feel for the character, and it's a very character driven piece that I absolutely adored. There is one complaint I do have with it where it does go a couple of minutes longer than it really should do. There's a point where it's a high note that it should have ended on, but it kept going for a few more minutes, which really lessened the joyous feeling. Like, imagine the end of the Breakfast Club and it kept going for 5 minutes after the fist raise. It was that sort of feeling. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Spencer, really well shot, fantastic costume designs, and a really, really strong lead performance by Kristen Stewart. I'm going to have to say that overall, Spencer, for me, is a great cup of tea. So, Spencer, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Again, you like what we're doing on the channel, click the like button, subscribe. Let me know what other films you'd like to see me review that might have been at London Film Festival. Until next time, everybody, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. And I'll see you in the next video.